Hey, good morning, my friends. What up? So what's the answer? This is Len, and this is Coffee with Len. And we're sitting here overlooking the beautiful Pacific Ocean in northern Baja, California. So the question, what's the answer, comes from continuing to watch the series Betrayal about autoimmune disease. Today was episode 8. There was some case studies, and there was a number of comments made by people that were saying that, well, I'm waiting for some detailed information. When are they going to tell me what to do? Where's the details? Where's the answer? Where's the information? And the point, my opinion, the point of the whole series was that the spectrum of symptoms, manifestations of autoimmune disease is extremely broad. Hello, Betty. Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Tim. Look, there's comments this morning. At least I see people. Catherine, good morning. Good morning. The point of the whole series was that the spectrum of manifestations of autoimmune is extremely broad. It can be as simple as maybe a little twitch or a skin rash, or you don't feel good, or you have some bowel issues, to I can't walk, I'm spending 14 hours a day in bed, I'm chronically exhausted, I can't function, I can't remember words, I can't speak, my legs collapse. I mean, there's such a broad spectrum. I'm going to have to change my schedule if you're going to be on later. Betty, the challenge, part of the challenge, Betty, is moving with the sun a little bit, because the sun is coming up a little later and later now, and then in a few weeks the time will change, and yeah, so there's I don't know what to say. I can't come out here in the dark. Well, I can, but and you wouldn't be able to see me. But maybe you don't need to see me. But at any rate, so part of it is driven by the schedule of the sun, which I have little control over. But so the point was that the spectrum of manifestations is extremely broad, and also the spectrum, there is no one size fits all cure. So hello, Chip. Good morning, Chip. I was talking about another video in the series on autoimmune, and how some people were complaining that the video was non-specific, that it didn't give them specific answers. What do I do? How much of this drug should I take, or what exactly should I do? And the point of the whole series was to point out, in my opinion, good morning, Jessen. Good morning, Jason. Good morning. Good morning. The point of the whole series, I thought, in my opinion, was to point out that the spectrum of manifestations is extremely broad. I mean, you could have something minor like a little irritable bowel syndrome, or a little skin disease or rash or something, all the way to I can't walk, I can't get out of bed, I'm in a wheelchair, I have multiple sclerosis, on and on and on. Tremendously broad spectrum of symptoms, and also a very broad spectrum of cures, because the fact is that there is no one size fits all. For one person it might be dairy, for another person it might be gluten, for another person it might be eggs, it could be cheese, it could be it could be lots of things in the diet. It could be a vitamin deficiency, it could be a thyroid issue. There are so many different possible causes that there is no solution that one can publish that says do this, and you'll be cured. You have to find your own path. You have to take responsibility for your own health. We each need to be responsible for ourselves. Now, that doesn't mean we can't get help. One of the things that comes out of this series, in my opinion, is the tremendous need for functional medicine. That the idea that conventional doctors really don't know anything about this stuff, or know very little about it, and they can't lead the way. I mean, we have patient after patient after patient that's gone for years, 10, 15, 20 years with symptoms, and seen 50 doctors and been told over and over and over again, there's nothing we can do. You have to live with it, and then solve the problem by making dietary changes and supplement changes and things like that. So the fact is, we are created differently and uniquely, yes, as human beings, yes. So for the people that looked at the series and said, well, they didn't tell me what to do. They told you what to do. They told you, take responsibility for your own health. That's what they told you to do. They told you to go see a doctor who's experienced in functional medicine, who looks at the body as an entire integrated system rather than bits and pieces. Whereas in conventional American medicine, they send you to the thyroid specialist or the blood specialist or the liver specialist or the kidney specialist or the blah, blah, blah specialist. But these specialists don't talk to each other, and they don't integrate the entire system together and come up with a solution that is a whole body solution. You have to be in charge of you. You have to take control of your life and be in charge of your health if you want to live a good, healthy, active, vibrant life. That, I think, is the whole point of the whole thing. By the way, I'm going to come back to my recommendation. This is an extremely good series, a lot of incredibly good information. I've learned a tremendous amount from it. Yes, we need to take responsibility for our own health. Yes, Betty. And the way this series ran is that each video was up for 24 hours, and they take it down and bring the next video up. And of course, part of that is because these videos are long, they're over an hour long. It's hard to watch an hour long video every day. I've only missed one in the series, and I want to go back and see it. This coming weekend, there's an open weekend where they're going to have all the videos available for the whole weekend, 48-hour period of time. You can watch all of them. You can watch any one you missed. And I would highly suggest that you go pick up some of this information for yourself. And especially if you have or know of anybody who has any of these broad symptoms that could be coming from a gut issue, an autoimmune issue. There's no simple answer. Well, maybe there might actually, I'm going to take that back. It's not clear that there isn't a simple answer. Yeah, good, Chip. Thank you. Yeah, and there are some other really good books too. A couple of doctors who were part of the series have their own books published. One is a book about Hashimoto's disease and thyroid. Another is just one on the general topic of how to navigate autoimmune disease. And I mean, this is much more prevalent than I would have imagined. 80 million people are suffering from some form of autoimmune disease or more. So it can be absolutely, completely devastating. So really good stuff. And I'm going to go back and try to pick up over the weekend the videos that I missed. So good stuff. And I was going to say, there is no simple answer, but there really is. In fact, the simple answer comes from the voice of Hippocrates, who's considered the father of modern medicine, lived in ancient Greece, several hundred years BC, who said, let food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. We've lost sight of the fundamentals in our society that's filled with little blue and red pills. We've lost sight of the fundamentals. Quit popping pills and go take responsibility for your own health. Don't go to the doctor and tell them what pill you saw on television that you think you need. Go to a functional medicine specialist and find out what your diet should be to get your gut back in shape. Start there. Start with being responsible for your own health. Hey, that's all for today. This is Len. I hope you're going to have a wonderful day. I hope you're going to be happy as usual. I intend to be happy. Remember, if you're happy, the universe can bring you more happy. And don't forget, be compassion more than ever. The world needs compassion. We'll talk again tomorrow. Have a most amazing day, everyone. Yes, Chip, thank you. And thank you, Joe. Amen. We all have to take responsibility. Yes, sir, Joe. Yen. Jason, am I pronouncing your name correctly? I hope so. Betty and Catherine, Tim, good morning, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. If I missed anybody, my apologies. Bye for now.